I just created this basic Airbnb style mobile app where we have all of these different listings, and then we have like options to create profiles. We have options to create new listings and the individual listing pages. Now I created this app using this new AI code editor, which is called RORK.com, RORK.com. This tool is very similar to Bold.new, and it is good enough to like create very basic mobile applications. This tool also allows you to create backend for your mobile applications. So let's suppose if you want to like store your data or maybe like create an authentication system, all of that you can do using this tool. Also, you can download the source code so you can carry on development in something like Windsurf or Cursor. Now the main question is this tool good enough to like create full stack high-end mobile applications? And the answer is no, because I have used this tool like to create a couple of apps, and what I have realized, this tool has so many limitations. I mean, it is good enough to like create very basic structures. It creates really good UI design. As you can see for this app, the design is good enough. I mean, it looks really good, but when it comes to like creating further screens, when it comes to like creating more in-depth like functionalities, maybe something like creating a very robust database and creating better user experience, this tool does not have that kind of capability, but still it is good enough to like create a prototype. If you want to like create a full stack app, so you cannot do all of that in this tool, but what you can do, you can like start using this tool, create something in this tool, then you can download the source code, then you can import that source code in Cursor or Windsurf, and after that then you can just like further carry on development from there. But this tool, yeah, of course, it can give you a starting point. You can start the development, you can visualize your idea, but still to create a launchable application, you still need a lot more work. I have created several videos on my YouTube channel that how you can build full stack mobile applications using something like Cursor and Windsurf, like full stack, high quality, high end, proper mobile applications using something like Windsurf and Cursor. So you can just check it out. So if you're interested in building full stack mobile applications, I will leave a link to this playlist. Then you can actually like follow all of these different videos to build full stack mobile applications. But for now, let's just test this tool. This video is not sponsored by this tool, by the way. I just like found this tool because my main core interest is mobile application development, and I just like found a new code editor for mobile applications development. That's why I thought that, okay, let me just share that with you. So before you start, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on that like button as well. All right, to start using this tool, just go to RORK.com. Just go to this website. After that, simply just log in using Google. Once you log in, you can straight away start using this tool. You're not required to buy any sort of subscription. This tool actually allows you to use up to like 5 credits in a day. So currently you can see I'm on a free plan, and using this free plan, I have like created this very basic prototypes of these different apps. So this one you can see, this is a meditation app. This one is an Instagram style app, and then there is this one which is immersive text adventure app. Then there is this atmospheric text adventure, and then there is this Airbnb style mobile application. So you can see all of this I have like just built using free version, so you're not required to do that. But there is one limitation: to download the source code, you will be required to like buy any of their paid plans. So their paid plans actually start from $20 per month. I don't really think that it is worth paying $20 per month for this tool. If you really want to pay $20 for this kind of tool, so I recommend you using something like Bold.new, because Bold.new still gives you freedom to build mobile applications and web applications, of course, but the quality of code that it writes and the quality of apps that it can generate is very much similar. In fact, much better in so many cases, because both Bold.new and this RORK.com use Expo to build mobile applications. So even using Bold.new, it will write code in Expo. What is Expo? Expo is a React Native framework that we use to build mobile applications. So both Bold.new and RORK.com use Expo to build mobile applications. So once you are here on RORK.com, after that you can simply just like give it a prompt, something like, maybe let's just choose any of these like pre-written prompts rather than like creating a new one. So maybe design a weather dashboard. So I'll simply just click on this, and after that, as soon as I click on that, it will start creating this mobile application. On the left side, you can see it will actually start writing code, and it will like start setting up the project for us. And on the right side, you can see there is a mobile phone simulator, and then it will actually present a QR code in here as well. And on mobile phone simulator, it will just like create a preview of our app, and this QR code you can actually scan to open this mobile app inside your mobile phone. You can do that for both iPhone and for Android as well. Right now you can see it is just creating these different components. The first one is colors.ts, then there is weather.ts, then there is cities.ts, and then there is weather.ts as well. So it is just like creating all of these different components. So now let's just wait for that to finish creating all of the code, and after that we can just like scan this QR code and open this app inside our mobile phone. Alright, so just within few seconds it has created this basic layout for this app. Let me just see if this plus button is functional. Yes, of course it is. And right now you can see, because this is a weather app, we don't have any API integrated, we don't have any weather data. It has just like created this basic layout with all of these like dedicated pages about each of these cities that it is showing in here. Because there is no source of data, so that's why it is just like showing the random data in here with like this weather forecast, and you can see there is a 7 days forecast and all of that. So in here we can actually add more cities. Again, if there is a weather data, and if like we feel like provide a weather API, then only then it can actually do that. Now there was a code error, which is code inspector found potential issue. So we can simply just click on this fix now button, and then it can actually fix that. But before that, let me just like scan this QR code and open this app inside my mobile application. Now to open that application inside your mobile phone, either your Android phone or your iPhone, what you can do, you can simply just download this app, which is Expo Go. So this is Expo website, because we are using this framework to develop this mobile application, and Expo has a mobile application that you can actually use to test your app inside your phone. In a traditional way, we'll have to create an APK file to open your app inside your Android phone. If you have an iPhone, the process is completely different. But if you are using Expo, and if you're developing your app using Expo, the easiest way is you just go to your Google Play Store and look for Expo Go, and from here you can just download your Expo Go mobile application from your Android store or from your iPhone store. So from here you can see this is Expo Go mobile application. Simply just click on this button, and or you can just open it on your iPhone, and then you can simply just start using this app on your iPhone. So once Expo Go is installed on your mobile phone, what you need to do, you need to simply just click on this open button, and from here, if you are on Android phone, there is a scan QR code option right inside this app. On iPhone, you can simply just scan with your mobile camera only. So what can we do? I'm just going to go back to RORK, and after that I'm just going to scan this QR code, which it is showing in here. So the app is loading right now, and right now you can see it is bundling, it is opening that build, the build of that app inside this Expo mobile application. So we don't have to create any sort of like installable file, any sort of like APK file or .aab file. All you can do, you can simply just like scan that QR code, and then it will directly open that inside your mobile application. So let's just wait for it to like open. It can take up to maybe like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or maybe like a minute maximum. Depends on your internet speed as well, but it should take less than that. Okay, so as soon as we open this app, it showed this error. So this is the error that it is showing, and all we need to do, we can just take a screenshot of this error, and after that, I think this is the same error that actually it mentioned inside RORK. So I can just like take a screenshot of this error, provide it to RORK, and ask it to fix that error. In here you can see there is this particular error. The details are provided in here. One more problem that we have is we are only left with 2 free messages for today on our free plan. So I have to be careful that this error gets fixed now, and it should not like consume more than 1 prompt, because in the next prompt I'm actually just going to show you that how you can use the backend functionalities. But for now, let's just like press enter with that error that we faced, and after that we'll see how it fixes that. Alright, so now apparently the error is fixed. Let's just scan this QR code once again. You can simply just click on QR code button, and now let's just try to open our app. So right now you can see the app is being opened. Let's just wait for it to open, and now just like that you can see the app is open. I can simply just click on these individual buttons for all of these individual cities, and it will just show that data. All right, so there is this settings section as well. So yeah, apparently it is working now. Now for the backend, there is this option which is called integrations. You can simply just click on this option, and this is what it will show. It will show this integrations tab, and then there is this environment variables tab. So let's suppose if you're going to integrate something like OpenAI, or maybe something like DeepSeek, something like Supabase, so you can easily add any of your environment variables in here, or maybe you want to use any of the AI models from, I don't know, like from Open Router or something like that. So you can just like provide your API keys in here. Similarly, this backend section, this is how it works. It can actually help you to store data, secure API keys, and enable user authentication like post and likes with database integration. Also, just make sure it is giving this notification that backend and integrations functionality is currently experimental. Please be prepared for potential issues. Just make sure that this functionality is currently in testing right now. So to enable this option, all you will have to do, you need to simply just click on this enable button, and then right now you can see it has started thinking, and now it will like started writing code to integrate backend into this app. We can expect some potential errors because that was the last prompt that we had left for today. So that's why if there will be any errors, I won't be able to fix it today. So that's like one problem with this tool, that you are only allowed, just like Lovable.dev, you're only allowed 5 prompts, but these 5 prompts were good enough for me to like use it today. So yeah, so right now you can see it has like created this directory which is backend, and it is actually using Hono. After that, it has created this create context, and then after that it has created these roots, which is like a very basic root.ts file. Then there is app-root.ts file, then there is trpc file, then there are these different dependencies you can see in here. There's React query dependency, there is this client server, and then RTP server. So apparently there are no errors. Okay, fine, that's great. All right, so next thing that we can do, because now database is integrated, next thing that we can do, we can like provide environment variables in here, and then after that we can just like integrate, create authentication system for it, like create a proper database, and like just make this app proper functional with proper backend data. We can also integrate weather API key. You can see like what sort of like weather API keys are out there. You can just like integrate any of that to have this real-time data. So yeah, this is how easy and simple this tool is, and just give it a try. This is just like try the free version. This tool is just good enough to like visualize your idea, just like create a very basic MVP, or just like basic screens, or you can say just like creating the basic user interface, or like just creating a basic functionality with your backend. But when it comes to like creating full stack app, an app with proper functionalities, you still need like some serious tools. You still need to like open, either like download this source code from here and then open that inside Cursor or Windsurf, or you can just like start using Cursor or Windsurf from very beginning and then develop app in there. But yeah, this tool is good enough to like just give it a try and then just like create something like very basic. I hope you liked this video. If you have any further questions, please leave your comments in comment section. I see you next video. Bye bye.